There seems to be a lot of discussion going on about whether or not the United States is a Christian nation. And uh, those who believe that the United States is not a Christian nation all seem to use the same arguments. Those arguments being the separation clause in the First Amendment, the Treaty of Tripoli, and some of the more enlightened atheists will use quotes from Jefferson uh, that contain the phrase "wall of separation between church and state." And the thing about that is all of that simply pertains to the government. It does not pertain to the nation. Now, what do you mean by that? Well, the nation, the government is not the nation. Ronald Reagan said it best. He said, "The United States is a nation with a government, not a government with a nation." Uh, and if you don't believe that you can have a religious nation with a secular government, look at Israel. Israel is a Jewish nation. I think everybody would agree that it's a Jewish nation, but the government is far, far from a theocracy. So I believe we can establish that it's possible. Now, some people would argue that if the government is not the nation, then what is the nation? Well, the uh, the nation simply is the states that make up the nation. The we the people who are governed, the government only exists at the consent of the government. The governed. The uh, I'll give you an example. I'll demonstrate it this way. People, bunch of people. Then you take small groups of people, and those people form neighborhoods. Small groups of neighborhoods form cities and towns. Cities and towns form communities or form counties. Groups of counties form states. Groups of states form the nation. Now, out of the people, the government is created separate of the nation as a representative of the nation, not to be the nation. Now, having established that the federal government is not the nation, it is possible to say that you can have a Christian nation, being as how more than a good more than 90% of the population of the United States is religious, and a good portion, probably 80% of that, is Christian. Then you could therefore extrapolate that the United States is a Christian nation with a secular government. Now, it seems to me simple that that's a possibility, but it seems to be that atheists could not possibly accept that that's even a possibility because they cannot separate the notion that the government is not the country, that the government is not the nation. But I think I can demonstrate that the government is not the nation. Now, the the Constitution, everybody will say. Now, let me make a statement. The Constitution is the foundation upon which this country was built. Yes or no? Now, I'm sure everybody, either atheist, Christian, would say, "Yeah, that's true." No, that's not true. And so I don't get plagiarized, I'm going to quote Percy Cox from Scrubs when I say, "Wrong, wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong." The Constitution is the foundation upon which the federal government is built, not the nation. So it's obvious that the government being separate from the nation, you can have a Christian nation being the United States with a secular government. Anybody care to argue? I'm up for it.